Hey, this is Marshall Charloff, and you are watching the Freakapotamus Podcast with Russell.
You're watching the Freakapotamus Podcast with Russell Rhythm. All things R&B, funk, soul, and Prince. Let's get into it.
Welcome to the Freakapotamus Podcast. Are you ready to lock into some R&B, funk, soul, and Prince? Let's rock. And now, your host, Russell Rhythm.
Distance, an army's marching feet, but behold, we will watch them fall. As we lay down on the sand of the sea, in the forest animosity will stand and decree that we speak not of love, only blasphemy. And in the distance, 6 others will curse me, but that's all right. Sing it. I will watch them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Y'all sing. All 7. We'll watch them fall. Come on. Stand in the way of love, and we will smoke them all.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back once again to another special edition of the Freakapotamus Podcast, the show where we bring you the voices that shape the sound of yesterday, also the voices that shape the sound of tomorrow. I am your host, Russell Rhythm, new name, same show. And whether you're joining us on YouTube, Facebook, or wherever you're watching from, thank you so much for spending a part of your day with us and locking in. Tonight is one of those conversations that I've been looking forward to for a long time. I've been dying to get tonight's guest on the show for a while now. Tonight's guest is a powerhouse vocalist, songwriter, performer, entrepreneur, breast cancer survivor, community advocate, and someone whose voice has become a part of modern music history. She shared the stage with legends including D'Angelo, Santana, Anthony Hamilton, Mary J. Blige, and of course, spent nearly a decade as a member of Prince's New Power Generation. Many of you know her from unforgettable performances around the world, including Prince's iconic Super Bowl halftime show in the pouring purple rain. She's also a featured vocalist and co-writer on Prince's song Same Page, Different Book from the Welcome to America album. But tonight isn't just about looking back. We're going to talk about her incredible journey from growing up in Greensboro, North Carolina, to becoming one of the most respected voices in soul music. We'll also hear the story of how she met Prince, what it was like working alongside one of the greatest musical geniuses of all time, the lessons she learned from both Prince and D'Angelo, and how those experiences continue to inspire her today. We'll also dive into her beautiful new single, See You Again, can't wait for that one, a heartfelt tribute to love, friendship, and the lasting impact of 2 mentors she affectionately calls her bookends. We'll discuss her upcoming music, her residency in Copenhagen, her creative ventures outside of music, and the positive message she continues to share with the world. If you're joining us live, we'd love for you to be a part of the conversation. Let us know where you're watching from, share the stream with your friends, and drop your questions in the comments, and we'll try our best to get to many as we can throughout the show. We'll also open the phone lines at some point for those of you who want to just call in and say hello or ask a question. So, without further ado, it is my absolute pleasure to welcome an incredible artist and an even more inspiring person, and hopefully a new friend, Miss Shelby J.
Oh, hey everybody. Wow, what an intro. You touched my heart. I'm like, wow. Yeah,
Well
man, thank you
deserved.
for that love. Thank you for that
Well
love.
deserved. Well deserved. Welcome back to the States. I know you've been doing your thing over in Austria and going through a little bit of jet lag earlier in the week, but hopefully you've recovered.
Oh yeah, I've
Mhm.
recovered. Hey Tanya, hey everybody that's in the chat. I see everybody's names popping up.
Oh,
What's
yeah.
going on? Yeah, I'm recovering, and I'm gonna keep. We talked a little bit earlier. I will keep recovering later on tonight. It's gonna be a very quiet Saturday night.
Fantastic. That's what it's all
Oh
about.
yeah.
All right. Thanks for joining, guys that are joining in. Tanya, good to see you. Stephanie Mills, some of my regulars there. So, again, welcome to the Freakapotamus Podcast, Miss Shelby, and welcome back to the States. I know you've been over in Australia. It's truly an honor to have you here. So, before we jump in, I just want to thank you again as someone who's been an R&B, soul, funk, and Prince fan my entire life. This is a real honor. I've been looking
Oh,
forward to this conversation because I know there's so much more to your story than what most people know. So I appreciate you taking the time to be here.
oh, my pleasure.
All right. Yeah, I've been looking for this conversation a long time because you have one of the most unique careers in music. You've shared stages with Prince, D'Angelo, Santana, Anthony Hamilton, Mary J. Blige. But today, I really want people to get to know Shelby J, the artist and the person. So when people hear your story years from now, what do you hope they say Shelby J brought to music?
Wow, what a great question. Uh, a few things. Joy, um, love, um, and reminding people just kind of what's important,
Yeah,
what really matters, you
right.
know. That's it. I want people when they come to my shows, when they listen to my songs, I want them to have the same feeling as having a good meal,
Yeah,
I want to fill them up,
right.
and yeah.
All right. Love and joy. Those are good words, man. I love that.
Yeah, over in Europe, they started saying Shelby J. The J is for joy. I was like, I like that. Okay. The
Yes.
J is for joy. There it is.
Very nice.
So I figure if folks know, I've been through a few things in life,
Yeah.
and I figure, you know, if they can see me still smiling and still finding joy in everyday life after all my ups and downs, because I'm very transparent, I'm very honest with my folks. Then if they can see how I can overcome and get through that and still smile, it'll give them some encouragement too, to be
Yeah.
like Shelby got through that and she's smiling. I can get through this. I can make it. I can smile.
Right. An example. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, what was life like growing up for little Miss Shelby in Greensboro, North Carolina?
Wow, little Shelby was always getting into stuff. Lynn always reminds me, my older sister Lynn, she's like, I had to watch you. Because, I was a tomboy, climbing trees, jumping out of windows, just real country, and just wanted to just explore. I still have that explorer, adventurer spirit.
Mm,
I've had it since I was born.
mm,
Just what's now, what's here, just off into the woods. Like, what is she doing? The path doesn't even go that way. What is this little girl doing? But I wanted to see things. And so, yeah, I think, little Shelby was always wanting to see what was on the other side,
yeah.
and I still have that curious nature, and just want to see as much of the world as possible. And I'm so thankful that I can do that at the same time, making a living doing what I love
Yeah.
and getting to have those adventures that I always wanted to have when I was a kid.
Right. Right. Yeah. Greensboro, North Carolina. I shared with you earlier. I feel like we're almost neighbors because I'm in South Carolina actually, and
Oh
I'm
yeah,
in
we
yeah
we
Columbia,
cousins.
also the home of John Blackwell. We talked about
John
that.
Blackwell, that's right, Columbia, love it. What's up to all the Blackwells? I know some of them watching. What's
Oh
going
yeah.
on?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah. Rest in peace, John Blackwell.
yes,
So was
rest in peace.
music always around your house growing up?
Yeah, my mom was the choir director. Now they would call her the musical director of the choirs, the youth and young adult choir at St. James Baptist Church, right on Florida Street, South Side. Um, so she played piano. My sister Lynn was playing drums, and I just wanted to sing. And my aunt Frances tells me that I was trying to sing like even as a lap baby, like little, like just I would hear sounds and I would just, just be very vocal, I guess
Yeah.
you would say.
Yeah.
A little disruptive, but I felt, I felt something. And I guess as a child, you don't even know how to make words, but if you feel something, you just start reacting to it. So
Yeah.
it started early, and then I was able to get into the choir officially when I was about, I guess, 6, almost 7, and just kept singing in the choirs in church, and then in school doing, show choir and gospel choir, and singing and performing was something that I just really loved the way it made me feel. So yeah.
Big Kahuna 9099. Hey, baby sis, I see you and love you to pieces.
Oh,
Thanks, guys, who are
welcome
joining in tonight.
back.
Appreciate you all. Yeah, so that being said, who were some of your biggest musical influences before the world ever knew who Shelby J was?
My mama.
Your mom?
Mamie Johnson, because I watched her. My mom always wrote songs,
Yeah.
and she would write songs for the choirs. Like we'd leave rehearsal, and she'd go, "Hey, I got to work on this song," and she would have her hymnal, and she'd have these little pieces of paper in there, and she would be writing out lyrics to what she knew needed to be heard at this particular spot during the service. What this song was that came to her, super creative, and I watched that, and now as I'm older and doing writing and producing and all that kind of stuff, it's just something it's like I remember more of it now,
Mm-hmm.
and what she was doing. And so she would do that and then come and be playing, teaching the choir what she wrote the night before, teaching everybody their harmonies, playing the piano, standing up playing the piano, because she's also directing the
Okay.
choir at the same time she's playing. Lynn on the drums. I mean, so that for me was every weekend, choir rehearsals during the week and singing in church every weekend. So
Right.
it was a big part of my childhood and my upbringing. Huge.
Nice. And Mary Johnson. Now, you know you from the South when you say Mary instead of Mary.
Mamie.
Oh, Mamie. Okay, got you.
Mamie Johnson. Yes, yes.
Got you.
They call her Mama J, the purple community, and a lot of them got to meet her because she came everywhere I was, until she couldn't come anymore. But they called her Mama J.
Okay.
So, oh yeah,
Mama J. So
Mama J.
is this when you first realized and say, hey, I can really sing? When did you realize that?
Well, actually, not really. I wasn't getting a lot of the leads. There were some people in the choir, I mean, just some smokers, Sonia Bennett, Walter Johnson. So they were like the main singers. I wasn't even a lead coming into the choir. Nope. I was doing harmony for days and finding my notes and singing, with the rest of the ensemble, which was just fine because I was learning and growing the whole time. I
Yeah.
think that when I really realized I knew I loved musical theater in junior high and high school.
Mhm.
I just didn't know how you can make a living doing that. I was like, oh, Broadway is here. It's in New York. You see it on TV, but for an 11-year-old, a 12-year-old, you're like, how does that happen? But then when I went to college, I went to Appalachian State, and I joined at this time it was called the Black Gospel Choir,
Mhm.
under the direction of Dr. Willie Fleming, and we went on a tour. This is my freshman year. Went on a tour of churches throughout North Carolina, and when I tell you, it was something about going to these different places, meeting different people, um, hearing how the music that we sang, how that made them feel
Yeah.
in real time, hanging out with my classmates on the bus, stopping for, at the Bojangles and do all of everything. I was like, yo, this is great. Like
Yeah.
I like the way this feels.
Right.
And so we did it again. I think we did, like, for us, going to 3 or 4 different churches was a big tour, back then. And yeah, I just let my parents know. I said, I think I want to try to be like a singer who travels and, have to make a career of it. But I can't do it if I'm in school. So I gotta leave school. And
Right.
so that's how that happened.
Okay. So
Yeah.
Mama J, was she the first person that believed in your talent, or?
Yeah. My mom and my dad,
Okay.
super supportive, um, of everything, because I like to perform. So whether they were coming to see me in a play, whether they were coming to see me cheerlead, shout out to the Eagles, Benell Smith in the house. They were just supportive of my dream, whatever that was at the time.
Yeah.
Um, just and let me know whatever that was, give it my all. Like, don't be all over the place, but if you are, because I like to do a lot of different things. I've always been kind of a multitasker and a person who, especially in the arts.
Yeah.
But learning how to focus on these three so you can do all of them well, and as opposed to these 7 or 8 things that you can do and that you want to do, but like put a pin in it and you'll do that after.
Yeah.
So they helped me with that early on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. So can you remember your first paid performance?
Ooh, my first paid performance. Wow. I think that would have to have been with Lou Taylor, and Jasmine, because the church stuff that wasn't paid. But my first professional, where I had a card made, I had just gone down to like Kinko's and printed my cards like that day. So that's why he told me he took me serious as a serious singer. Lou Taylor and Jasmine. It was a place called Crocodiles on
Okay.
Tate Street, in Greensboro, and they would have a jazz band, one or two nights of the week, and you could come and you could sing with them, but you needed to like know your songs, know your keys, and everything like that. So I
Mm-hmm.
went and bought a real book, a big thick book with all these different songs and standards, and started learning my keys. My mom helped me with that, and when I showed up and met him, uh, I sang like the kind of the open mic kind of thing. He said, "Hey, we're going to be back here a couple of nights. Would you like to come? It pays $50." And
Yeah.
so that was really my first paid gig.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love these stories, and I really appreciate you sharing it. This is kind of a dumb question. I know I pretty much know the answer, but was there ever a point when you almost gave up on music, or no?
Yeah, let me say this right quick. Hey Chance, I text Chance so he would tune in.
Okay.
And I see he's like the big kahuna. I was like, is that Chance? Hey boo.
And this is Chance Howard.
I love me some Chance.
What's up,
That's my
Chance?
guy. So I wanted to say what's up to him. So ask me that question again. I'm sorry I got sidetracked. I was like, there's Chance.
Yeah, I was like, is it Chance Howard? And what's up, brother? I appreciate you joining in tonight. The question was there ever a point where you gave up on music? Probably.
Ooh, not that I gave up on music, but there have been times in my life where music didn't pay the bills.
Yeah.
So I had to supplement my income having multiple jobs, from working in a greenhouse to delivering papers to waiting tables to singing at open mics that paid to doing weddings, bar mitzvahs, um, golly, being a delivery driver, um, horticulture, doing landscaping jobs. So you don't quit. Like I'm a singer and I'm an entertainer, and I'm always gonna find ways to do that.
Mhm.
And I've been blessed. I'm blessed when I have enough of that pays my bills and takes care of me. But in the event things slow down, like when COVID happened and things like that,
Yeah.
I go into my little tool belt of all the different ways that I have to make money, be it my crochet, be it my beads, be it, my songwriting. You have enough tools in your tool belt, and you can always find something to do, and you can always eat, as mom would say.
Yeah.
So I never gave up on singing. That'll never happen. But there have been times where things got slow, or I wasn't getting calls, and I was like, golly, I've got like this one gig and all this, what am I gonna do? So
Mhm.
you find ways, because I was raised by a strong mama and a strong daddy,
Mhm.
and I'm a worker. I'm no lazy woman, and so you find a way to keep the train on the tracks.
Yeah.
Um, that's what you do. You find a way to do it. And I tell my fans, that's why I'm like, hey, when you guys support me, when you do this, when you do that, you're helping me keep the train on the track so I can
Yes.
focus on Shelby LLC. So yeah, but sometimes, it would get hard.
It's
Especially when I dealt
everything.
with illnesses.
Yeah.
Um, Things can get you down. I'm not always
Yeah.
up. I'm human.
Yeah.
So I have those times where things don't flow maybe the way I thought they would flow, or
Yeah.
and you get a little down on yourself, but it's like, nah, man, I know that's when I pray,
Yeah.
and then I have to be reminded of what my calling is, and then I focus on think about the good times, because usually you ever doubt yourself when things are not going good.
Right.
That's when that comes.
Right.
So when that pops up, you have to remember that this is just a one little segment,
Yeah.
and if you forget about all the good stuff. So just kind of going back and reminding yourself, to know that you'll get through that.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And then somebody told me something recently and it really resonated with me, and it applies here too. Like, life throws you curveballs sometimes, and you go into worry mode. But I was told recently that if you worry, that's you doubting God's ability. So it's best not
Yeah,
to. Yeah. Pray about
yeah.
it.
It's like, yeah. Mama say worry or pray.
Yeah.
Which one you gonna do? So I'm gonna
Exactly.
pray. I'm gonna lay it at his feet, and I'm gonna get up off it. I'm gonna do all I can,
Right.
but then I'm gonna pray, and I'm gonna give it to God and let him work it out. Hey
Exactly.
Tanya, I left college. She said, "Did you leave high school?" I left college,
Okay.
Appalachian State, and so that's why one of my things on my list of a person that's been all over the world, and I'm grateful. But on my list of things that I want to accomplish, I want to go back to school
Mhm.
and get my degree and
Oh.
walk across the stage and throw. That's one of the things on my top five. Shelby, what is your next? Five. I say 5 to 10. I don't do five. 5 to 10. That's in there. World Series of Poker bracelet. All those things that
Yeah.
I want to accomplish.
I didn't see that one coming.
Yeah, I know. I got so many layers. They don't see me coming either.
Oh, well, if teenage Shelby could see where you are today, what do you think she'd say?
Oh, wow. Uh, yes. Like you did it and keep going. You know, be fearless, just like that teenage girl that jumped out the tree, or just took that path and popped those wheelies on that bike, and took her scratches and her lumps, and because I just wanted to experience that,
Yeah.
without, oh, I might fall. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, I think teenage Shelby would be like, go ahead, girl,
All
and
right.
keep going.
Keep going. Keep pushing. Keep it moving.
That part.
So let's talk about Mr. D'Angelo for a minute. Everybody loves D'Angelo. Everybody misses
Yeah,
D'Angelo. So
yeah.
before Prince, you worked with D'Angelo. How did that opportunity happen?
Wow, Anthony Hamilton. I was working at a flower shop in Jersey, um, opening up the greenhouse at like 6 in the morning, then delivering flowers throughout the day, all over Maplewood, South Orange, East Orange. Um, and Anthony called me. He was like, "Shell." I knew he was singing with D.
Mhm.
And he called. He said, "D'Angelo is auditioning singers. He wanted all guys, but I like convinced him like I got this girl named Shelby. You're gonna love her. She's got a voice like a tenor. So he was basically he was riding for me, what
Yeah.
friends do. And so I said, hey, I can get over there, but I gotta come straight from work. And I got on overalls, and I got flowers in my hair and stickers on my face, and I'm coming as Shelby. This this is how I'm coming. He was
Yeah.
like, just come. And so that's what I did. And I came over. And the funny thing is, when I walked in, and we laughed about it like after, there was
Mhm.
people there, like, dressed. It's New York City. So,
Yeah.
people just it to the to the tens and not just all little dresses and whatnot. Here I come walking in my overalls, and I was cute though. I was cute. And Anthony brought me in the room, and Dee was around the piano, and I sang. He gave me a note. I sang. I harmonized with Anthony. When Dee saw me, he looked me up and down, and it was like, okay, what's
Yeah.
going on? But I left. I thanked him and said, hey, it's great meeting you. I told Anthony I gotta go, gotta get some sleep. I gotta be up at like 4 a.m. so I can drive to work.
Mhm.
And Anthony called me the next day when I was at work and said, hey, they want you to come back over tonight. Can you come back over? I'm like, cool, yeah. So I'm thinking I'm coming back over maybe to sing some more, audition some more. But
Mhm.
when I got there, it was just me and Anthony and of course Dee and the
Mhm.
band.
Mhm.
Like Pino, Quez, all they were there. So it
Mhm.
was like it's time to rehearse.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, okay. Anthony's like, yeah, so you in. I'm like,
Mhm.
okay. So that's how that happened.
Wow. Nice story.
Yeah, yeah, man.
So what made D'Angelo such a special artist to work with? We all know he's special.
His heart, and he just was so connected to his gospel roots.
Yeah.
That's something we shared. I know that's why we understood each other the way that we did.
Yeah.
The unspoken, because of our what's in our DNA. Where he's from, where I'm from, where his grandmama cooked, what my grandmama cooked.
Mhm.
So people just have no idea just how talented he was.
Yeah.
I mean, he would blow me away just with him sitting down at the Rhodes
Yeah.
in between a rehearsal and just playing. And I'm just sitting there and he's
Yeah.
just playing,
Yeah.
and I'm like, this guy he's on another level,
Yeah.
like God poured so much into him,
Mhm.
so much into him. And so, yeah, I miss him every single day. I'm grateful that we had a chance to get back together.
Yeah.
And that was just God. I'm very thankful that we had a chance to do that.
Yeah.
And I can't wait for that concert to come out because that was a special night. We did the Hollywood Bowl
Okay.
together for the uh, Dave Chappelle's Netflix is a Joke
Yeah.
thing. They filmed it, and that was his last concert. And so yeah, it was a real special night. But yeah, I miss my brother,
Oh
and
yeah. It was
yeah,
that
I'm
was
gonna make him
shocking.
proud. I'm gonna make him proud. He told me he was proud of me. I knew he was already proud of me. When I got with P, he was just like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
It's like he's like, okay, okay, yeah, I get it. Even though he was like, oh, my Shelby.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he was happy for me.
Nice. Yeah. What always used to amaze me about D'Angelo is the way he would stack his vocals and his harmonies. It was just incredible.
Yeah, and he could do all of them himself.
Yeah.
The way he would hear stuff, he would, give us our notes and stuff like that, but just the way he would bend notes.
Yeah.
And so the way we sang a lot of stuff is kind of the way we talk, especially as Southern people. And so I knew what that was, even from church, that the tone of certain notes and how you can't just sing it like a note, like whoa, whoa, what you gotta whoa, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, yeah. It's the,
Hmm.
the way you slide in and out. He was real good at that. And
Hmm.
so we really our voices clicked like that. Anthony's too, and JK. It
Yeah.
all flowed.
Yeah. 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 So you call Prince and D'Angelo your bookends. What exactly does that mean? What does that phrase mean to you?
Wow, it's like here for me. And I've
Mhm.
worked with a lot of people, a few people before D'Angelo, but it's kind of D'Angelo was when I really found my first voice. Like,
Mhm.
who is this? I stepped into like a fierceness, even when you see the performances, with the paint, with the braid, I stepped into that, and he helped me step into that. He helped me kind of realize that part of me that was in me. It was
Yeah.
always there, but he really helped bring it out. So that's one bookend there. And then with everything in between, getting to Prince Rogers Nelson, at the end of 2006. So I've got like D'Angelo 1999, you know, early 1999 to 2006, getting with Prince up through, his passing.
Mhm.
So for my development as an artist, that's for me when I became a better writer, when I became a better vocalist, when I became a better producer,
Yeah.
um, when I learned to really walk in my truth and live in my truth and be
Yeah.
okay with that. And yeah, so that's why I say they're my bookends, you
Right.
know?
It makes
Yeah.
sense. Yeah.
hmm
So what lessons did each of them teach you that you still use today?
Wow. Well, with D, I think one of the main lessons from him uh, would be to be me. And my voice, he really helped me be okay
Mhm.
with just me. I'm country, and so yeah, proudly so. And so I was living in New York, and so I remember people, they'd be like, "Where is she from?" I mean, it's everybody's got this, New York accent, and here I
Yeah.
come. And sometimes you would try to, almost like diminish that because people like, oh, what, uh, and with D, I never had to do that, and I could just really be Shelby from Greensboro, North Carolina, and I could sing like
Mhm.
I sang in the church with
Mhm.
Mama, and it was just like, okay, this is yeah. So that and also with the um fine tuning my sound,
Mhm.
what is that? And so, and we talked about that just recently when we were together in New York,
Mhm.
rehearsing for the Hollywood Bowl, because I played him some stuff, and he had heard some things that I had done over the years, starting from like 2016 up through "God Is Here," which he really liked. It was the gospel song that I wrote when I
Mhm.
went through my breast cancer journey. But he was really cool with talking to me about that, about like, Shelby, you've got all these little sprinkles of like these different people, and it's like it's all cumulative, and
Yeah.
it's like now all of that, everybody I've worked with, every job I've had, every sickness I've overcome, everything God has brought me through, all of the ups, all of that has come like together to help me define what my sound is
Yeah.
now, and how I write songs, how I tell stories, how I talk about things and share that through my music. And
Right.
so he really kind of gave me a thumbs up with that. And it made me feel so good because I have so much, when you respect someone so much, I'm a fan. And when they kind of give you props like that, um, that's a special thing.
Yeah.
And with Prince, ooh, good Lord. With Prince, the bar was raised as
Mm.
far as the amount of material I thought I could learn,
Mhm.
the amount of things I thought I could remember,
Mhm.
the amount of hours I thought I could sing and work. I was pushed. Um, and so that was cool. It wasn't always fun, and that's just the truth. But neither is, when you're training for the Olympics.
Yeah.
You want to go to the Olympics, right?
Yeah.
So you might have to, get up early, stay up late, and lift a little heavier than somebody else that don't want to go to the Olympics. So with him, it's like it all made sense with his level of doing it and how he wanted the shows to be
Mhm.
and how much he cared about the shows
Mhm.
and about the people in his band wanting us to be the
Right.
very best versions of ourselves that we could be,
Mhm.
So yeah, he definitely pushed me,
Yeah.
and he made me truly believe that anything I say is true.
Yeah.
And he would say that all the time. He's like, anything you say is true. Kind of watch what you say to yourself,
Yeah.
because anything you say is true. And I had to kind of check myself with some of my self-talk.
Mm.
And self-talk can be what you don't even say out loud. It can
Mm-hmm.
just be what's playing. And so I had to kind of do some adjusting, because we're always evolving. You should be,
Yeah.
evolving. I'm evolving as a woman. I'm evolving as a musician, just as a human.
Yeah.
And so a lot of stuff that he told me 10 years ago is making sense now because I'm older and wiser, thank God. So yeah, but I miss him too every day. But yeah, they're both with me and in me.
Yeah.
With like everything I do, you can't. If there's so much a part of me that it's just, it's like, it's like
Yeah.
blood in my veins.
Right.
They're just there,
Mhm.
both of them.
Yeah. One thing I do like about Prince is that he placed everyone on a pedestal, which is fantastic. No matter who he worked with, you put him up on that pedestal. You can do it.
Yeah, and he would tell you, like, hey, you're better than this. He would really um keep it 100. And a lot of times, you don't, you might not want to hear what he's saying. And I'd be like, oh, ugh, my feelings are hurt.
Yeah.
But what he's just trying to do is to help me, like I said, be the best Shelby I can be.
Yeah.
And now I really get it. It wasn't about him. It
Right.
wasn't him trying to, boss me around or be mean, or even though his delivery sometimes could be a little harsh. I'm like, really? But his heart was in the right place. It's like, and that's what matters. Mom would say, always consider the source.
Yeah.
And so if it's coming from a person that loves you, even
Yeah.
if it's something that stings a little bit,
Yeah.
who is it coming from?
Yeah.
So you gotta take it with, like that.
Yeah. So let's go back. Speaking of our brother Prince, take us back to the
Yes.
very first time you met Prince. What happened? How did that happen?
Ooh. I was at sound check with Larry Graham in Vegas at 3121. I was filling in for Larry Singer. Thank you, Sandra, for calling me for that gig. And I was on break from singing with Anthony Hamilton for like 2 weeks. And so Prince saw me singing at the sound check. And I didn't see him. But there was a voice that kept asking me to sing the song Higher Ground over and do it again, do it again. I thought it
Right.
was the sound man. I looked at Larry, he kept playing. So I was like, I'm gonna keep singing. And so oh, here we go, doing it again.
Yeah.
And so after doing it, 3, 4 times, Larry was like, we were done. Had this smirk on his face because, of course, he knew who was talking to me. I
Right.
did not know who was talking to me. So, and people are like, you didn't recognize Prince's voice? It's like, no, because his speaking voice wasn't like his singing voice. It was not the same. It was
Yeah.
deeper. So he comes walking toward the stage, and then I see him like, dressed beautifully, surrounded by beautifulness everywhere. Everybody's beautiful. He comes floating by. And he's like, you're a good singer. No, he said, you're a pretty good singer. You're a pretty good singer. I was like, thank you. I almost think I almost like bowed or something. I was like, thank you. I was just like in shock. And then, then he walks away and Bria was with him. I remember I was like, who's this Bria? Tall, beautiful girl. And they walk away and I'm just left standing there like in my little baseball cap and my baby fat jogging suit and my Timberlands with my cornrows. Like that's exactly how I was dressed. And so
Wow.
oh my goodness. And we talked about that too afterwards. He was like, girl. I said, yeah. He said, roundaway. He said, your little roundaway girl outfit. But I did. I was cute. But so that's when I met him the first time. And then that night when I performed with Larry Graham at 3121, I was singing and I heard people getting loud and like clapping and everything. And I was like, I thought they were feeling me. And Prince was walking onto the stage behind me. and he had a pedal board there, which now I know that was his pedal board, and he plugged in and he starts playing guitar and like singing right up next to my face on my mic. This is
Wow.
and that was ooh.
So did you
That
know
was
immediately that your life was about to change at that point?
I just, I was just in that moment. And what's so funny, uh, even though I know this is Prince, right? Like I know who this is, there was just something, and I felt it like there was just a synergy, um, that was from like moment one. I didn't know him like that yet, but you just you just get a feeling sometimes, and we just looked at each other, and I could look right at him, and he's looking right at me, and I was like, okay, so yeah.
Nice.
But I had no idea what was what was coming. Yeah.
Was there an official audition, or
Say that again.
was there an official audition? Did it go that way?
Official audition.
Right.
Oh, well, when I performed that night, we all went out to eat in Prince's restaurant. Then I went home, and then I got a call from Prince's people that I needed to come back out to Vegas for New Year's Eve. Prince wanted me to sing with him, and I was like, oh my God. So I was in Walmart. I'll never forget this when I got the call in Walmart with my sister.
Right.
And so I flew out to Vegas, and he gave me about 12 or so songs to learn. And I flew out the next day, and I'm on the plane trying to learn these songs and show up ready because I knew what I had heard. Like this guy is the top of the top because my boy Mike Phillips was already with him, and I
Yeah.
had played with Mike Phillips back in Harlem at Sylvia's, so we knew each other a long time. And I was so happy with Mike when he got with Prince. I was like, I can't believe Mike was playing with Prince. Oh my God. So fast forward to 2006, New Year's Eve, here I come walking in. Mike Phillips is up on stage at the rehearsal, and I walk in, and Prince don't say nothing. He just looked at me, and he grabbed his guitar, and he hit the first note of dum for Baby Love. That
Okay.
that guitar chord that comes in, dun, dun, there ain't no what but boy, and I went right in. I was like, I put my foot on the gas, and it was like a test. He wanted to see like if I was gonna show up ready or if I was playing, if I'm playing around.
Yeah.
And man, listen, I was like, I'm giving this everything I got because this is I can't even believe I'm here. So I'm just gonna enjoy like every moment like it's my last.
Yeah.
Just,
Yeah.
yeah, and that was it. I sang with him that night for New Year's Eve. The songs, some of them were on the list. Some of them, he was like, "Well, just get in with the twins," and like I could just feel it because I've been doing that my whole life, finding my note and everything. And so after that show, he comes into the dressing room, and he was like, yeah, you want to, we want you to be in the band, and if you want to be in the band, Ruth, somebody there gonna come in and talk to you and get everything straight, okay? I was like, okay, all right, and I'm like in the dressing room by myself, and so he leaves, and then before the door closes, and he turns and he's like, and we start rehearsing for the Super Bowl next week.
Wow.
I said, oh, okay, all right, cool, all right, thank you, all right. I mean, just woo. So,
Interesting.
hey, I just got a job in Prince's band. I'm still in Anthony's band, by the way. So
Yeah.
that's a phone call. I got to call mom and daddy and them, and I got to tell my daddy that I'm going to the Super Bowl because that I heard perform, but all I heard was Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So my first thought was the fact that I was actually going to a Super Bowl, and
Yeah.
so yeah, it's like a movie, it really, yeah, even talking about it, it still gives me the tingles.
Yeah. The dream come true, living the dream, right?
Yeah, and grateful.
And grateful. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So was it hard to impress them?
I think that he was impressed by my work ethic and the fact that I showed up and I went to get it. Like that's what I've always done. So I didn't half sing at a sound check. If I had been up there messing around, he might have just left, but every time I got on the mic, like I sing like I'm at the Grammys about to get my award. Like
Yeah.
I'm singing like this is it. This is, that's just the way I was raised to perform.
Yeah.
Like every time, whether it's 2 people or whether it's 2 million, the way I perform is a reflection of me.
Yeah.
Ain't got nothing to do with it. It's a reflection of me, how much I love what I do, and if I'm serious about what I do. And so I think he saw that. He told me he did because he was like, "Where you been?" I was like, "I've been working." How much? Look, hold my beer. How much time you got? Ooh, I've been working. And so I think I know he respected that. And I came with a lot of stripes and a lot of songs in this brain of mine from every gig, every cruise ship, every bar mitzvah, bat mitzvah, every open mic. I came ready.
Yeah. Do you remember what that first rehearsal was like?
It was the first rehearsal was him just hitting that chord,
Oh,
and then
okay.
we can for the Baby Love, and then he played after that. He did Love Changes.
Mhm.
I remember that. That was one of the first songs that I sang with him at 3121. What else did he have? I Ain't Never Loved a Man. And then his stuff. We started doing the stuff off 3121.
Mhm.
That I was learning that album and some of the
Yeah.
songs off of that album, because that's what he was performing, as well as some of his hits, 1999 and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I just remember being so happy to look over and see Mike Phillips, because me and Mike go back so far, like back, like 1994 back,
Okay.
and yeah, back to Sylvia's in Harlem. And so, and now we're both in Prince's band. Like, what? It's like,
Meant to
I
be.
was, yeah. And Maceo was standing over there next to him. I'm like, what's happening? This is crazy.
Be pinching myself, right?
Pretty much. Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Wow. So, what surprised you most about Prince once you got to know him?
Ah, I think how funny he was. Yeah, funny. Like he really could have done stand-up comedy. Like if you do, this is a funny dude, man. Like just straight up funny, just hilarious and quick-witted. And so when you're quick like that with the comeback, it's just, yeah, he kept us rolling. And his laugh was crazy. He had like this, he could do this laugh that like came like from his gut and just like falling over, that kind of, laugh. But yeah, that was one of the surprise. And then I was surprised at how much he liked learning stuff.
Yeah.
Because I'm a straight up nerd, and I love that word. I don't have any problem with that word. I watch documentaries like every day. The more I don't know about something, the more I want to know about it, and I have a curious mind. And so he had a curious mind, and so we could have curious minds together. And like, you meet a like-minded soul where you could be like, hey, I got these 4 DVDs, and like one of just before binging, we were binging before before it was a thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Before Netflix and chill, we had the DVDs, putting them on one after the other, about all kinds of stuff, about music and about life and about different civilizations and about Africa and about the foundations of this and that and everything, and just it was cool. And he loved that kind of stuff, and who knew, and so I was like, oh man, this is fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is fun. And so then I started looking for stuff to bring to him, and he started looking for stuff, and I was like, oh, and I brought him what really surprised him. I got him the Saturday night, there was a show that came, midnight special,
Yeah,
And it
yeah,
was a show that used to come on in the 70s.
yeah, yeah,
And so they did a box set. I saw the commercial on something I was watching, and I
yeah.
was like, "Ooh, the box set!" I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get that for him." And so that was one of the gifts that I gave him. And when I tell you, whoa, he was like, "What?" And we watched it. He was like, let's go, and there was some performances on there that were just amazing.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, he
And then
was
he
actually
show
on
up with
there.
something.
He was
Yeah,
actually
and
on
then
that. Yeah.
then he show up with something for me,
Okay.
like, oh, so yeah.
Wow. So we were talking about how he placed you up on a pedestal. How much freedom did he give you creatively?
Wow. A lot. I mean, when I was in his band, I was in his band. Like, you're not gonna be in Prince's band and then be over here in somebody else's band.
Yeah.
And so I understood that, and you really couldn't, because he could call you at any given moment. It's like you were on call all the time. Like the bat signal goes up. I always had like one foot out the door and a carry on ready to go,
Yeah.
because something would hit him. He'd be like, "Yeah, can y'all get here tomorrow? I want to do these vocals," or da 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 da. So just staying ready and being ready, to go. He just showed me so much love with how generous he was with his light toward me. He's been generous with his light toward other people. I'm just going to speak from my personal reflection.
Right.
How much he said my name, how many songs he would give me, and I'd be like, Prince, like, hey, these people did not come to see Shelby. They would be like, why is this girl singing 3 songs in the middle of a Prince show? I did not come to see this girl. I came to see Prince. And I'm like, what you doing? It's gonna be a problem. But he was like, no, you go. This is go. Win them over.
Yeah.
Win them over.
Yeah.
Win them over. Go out there and win them over. I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, that part. And so that's what I did. And I would go out there and I would just sing, and he'd be under the stage, and sometimes I could hear him. He'd be like, ah, scream or something, or come out with his towel when I would get going and everything. But
Yeah.
he believed in me, and he was always setting me up. And he said that to me. He goes, I'm setting you up for what's next. And what's next is like no timeline. It's not like
Yeah.
this year, that year. No. Like, what you're gonna do with your life, with your gift. I'm setting you up. I'm teaching you things. I'm showing you things. I'm taking you places. Um, I'm being hard on you for your benefit.
Yeah.
Um, I'm being kind to you
Mhm.
as well. I'm getting on your nerves sometimes. Yes, and I would get on his too. So
Yeah.
that's just real. That's just real. But yeah, he just really was generous with his light, with letting me, vocal arrange, letting me write with him, letting me, like, just so giving, and so I'm forever grateful. Through his love of me, I was
Mhm.
able to bless a lot of people in my
Right.
family, my friends. It's like I'm not on an island. I have a huge community. And
Mhm.
so when Shelby wins, everybody, the Jacqueline Carr song, everyone attached to me wins. That's
Yeah. Yeah.
everybody. And so he really allowed me to do a lot of winning, to go places and Super Bowls and this foreign country, and doing singing for here, and
Yeah.
coming to my hometown, like letting me to have a big show in
Yeah.
Greensboro with all my people there. And
Mhm.
like, I did it, y'all. I had a dream and I did it.
Mhm.
So I'm forever grateful to him for how much love he gave me, and then also how much education that he gave me too.
Mhm. Mhm.
He's like, I'm not just gonna put a mic. Some people just put a mic in your hand. He,
Yeah.
he did that, but he also, put some gems and some little nuggets up here.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I remember you were talking earlier about you didn't think people were there to see you. Like, well, why would they want to see me? But I remember I saw you for the first time during the Welcome to America tour, the tour with no album.
That part.
Yeah.
We just
Who does
celebrated
that?
5-year anniversary of that album. But anyway, I saw you
Yeah.
and I was like, who is that with the powerhouse voice?
Oh, thank you.
Anymore of her. That was the night. I don't know if you remember this, but Mint Condition opened up for you guys, and Stokely's mic went out for the entire show.
Oh, wow.
We heard no Stokely vocals that night.
Oh, wow. Okay. I was probably in makeup. I'm going over songs with the girls.
Okay. Yeah, that was the last time that I saw Prince, 2011, Welcome to America.
Oh yeah, man. Those shows are so great. Sometimes I just, the DVD.
Yeah.
I just have a day where I'm like, you know what, I'm about to put this on and just let it roll.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it might be tomorrow night.
Was there ever a time where he pushed you beyond what you thought you could do?
Yep. With everything to vocal acrobatics, me and Elisa talked about that, like on the song Yes, on the Welcome to America, like we had this long note that we had to hold and things like that. He pushed me with the amount of material that he wanted us to learn and the speed at which he wanted us to learn it and to have it. Yeah. So I would, I never had left a rehearsal before, gotten back to my room and rehearsed for like another hour and a half myself. And then get up the next morning while I'm having coffee, or let it play while I'm asleep, so it'll get in my subconscious. Because there was a lot of singing, there was a lot of notes, there was a lot of arrangements, and so we had to be on top of things, and it would, it was challenging. And I remember like, oh, we got to get it. We got to get it, and getting the girls over to the room, like, we got to get this part. And he changed the arrangement. And then you get back over, he's like, I'm going to change the arrangement. It's like, you go, what? Yeah.
All right, let's talk about Same Page, Different Book. You co-wrote Same Page, Different Book from the Welcome to America album. Tell us how that song came together.
Yeah, well, we were in the studio, and Prince would always say he's going to follow me around with a tape recorder, because I would say stuff, and he was like, Shelby's a hook machine. Shelby's a hook machine. Shelby's a hook machine. And so I would always be writing stuff down, little ditties, little stuff. We're always writing. And he would look at my book sometimes. I ask me, what is this? What's sing this? Do you have a melody for this? You have a melody for that? And I said, no, but I could rap it. And I was like, he goes, you rap? I was like, yeah, I rap.
Round the way, girl.
I sure do. Hey, like, remember when you met me? The templates. But so we were in the studio A, and Lisa and I talked about this the other night, and we were singing the chorus of Same Page, Different Book, and I just loved everything about that. And he was like, well, there's a space here, and I want you to write this. I want you to just do what you feel, like, whatever. And I was like, bet, like, not, I don't know, nope. I grabbed my little pad, went out into the hallway, sitting in the hallway, because I could hear the music going, I'm sitting out there in Studio A, that wall with the mural?
Yeah.
With the thing. I'm right out there, leaned up against the mural, and writing. And I was like, oh, purse, which came from Mizzou, I snatched purse, trade for all good. Oh, shoot, wait a minute. And so it started coming together, what I wanted to talk about, what I wanted to say, how I wanted to say it. And so the cool thing was, when he kept peeking he's like, you done? I was like, almost. And so when he called me back in, I was like, I'm ready. And he's like, all right, call me back in. He didn't say, like, let me see what you wrote, let me whatever, nothing. He was like, get on the mic, do that. And I got on the mic and I did that. And he was just like, oh, oh. You know? Yeah, it was real cool. So I'm really thankful that he gave me that once again, gave me that opportunity. Put my name on it. He didn't have to do that. And so I'm grateful. And that song, I'm telling you, it's so funky. As soon as you hear it, it's just one of the funkiest songs. And so yeah, it's
Sing.
just got a groove. Yeah. And what it's saying, so much more in common if we only look. Because we talked about religion a lot. Me being a Southern Baptist, I have friends that are Buddhists. I have friends that are Muslim. I have friends that were with him, Jehovah's Witness.
Yeah.
And so we all have, somebody got the Bible, somebody has the Quran, but at the end of the day, what matters is the love.
Mm-hmm.
That's what matters. Because if you miss the love, it don't matter what book you got. You miss the whole lesson. You done missed the whole thing.
Right.
And so that's why these, holy wars and all of this fighting in the name of this God or that God, it's like God is about love.
Yeah.
And if you ain't loving on folks, you miss the whole message. That's what it's about. That's what it's about at the end of the day. I can love you. I don't have to agree with everything you say. I don't have to believe everything that you believe. I could believe completely different, but I can still love you. I ain't gotta hate you because you think different.
Right.
Where they do that at? It's like, no, man.
Exactly.
Love. So same page, different book.
Yeah. Love is love.
Love is love.
So when you're creating with someone like Prince, do the ideas happen quickly, or is it a long process?
Oh man, it depends. It depends. Like when we got together and wrote North Carolina, that was different because it was just me and him, and there was nobody else in there, and we weren't recording that night.
Yeah.
With this, we were recording. So like we were doing backgrounds, we were doing this, da da da, and so that was different. But with North Carolina, it was like just the tape recorder and us writing. And what I had written in North Carolina, what I brought back to him, and some stuff that he had written too, and some stuff that he had recorded, just him playing piano. And so he played that back. And so that was a different kind of thing. That was more like back and forth, Lennon McCartney kind of just, da 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 da. I was like, oh, he's like, no, sing this. He'd be like, oh, I hear this bass line, da 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 da. That was us putting it together like that. So it was just a little different.
Did he give you songwriting advice that still stays with you?
Yeah, write your truth and write your life. Because can't nobody tell your story but you. So the best thing to tell is your story. Because it's unique to you. And that could be past, present, or future.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So we talked about the Super Bowl earlier. Everybody remembers Prince in the Rain during the Super Bowl. What do you remember about that night?
I remember being at the Super Bowl. And the first time was 2 black head coaches. I remember that. I remember knowing I wanted to get my daddy everything I could afford to take back home, anything that said Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I wanted Ernest Johnson to have. Mama was fine. She was like, "Well, just gonna take me to the Red Lobster when you come back. Just that's what you can do for me." She didn't want no Super Bowl stuff. Just take me out to dinner. I'm like, "I got you, Mama."
Yeah.
But not wanting to embarrass myself and slip and fall.
Yeah.
And having to put that fear somewhere else because he was so cool. And he was like, don't change nothing. I'm like, the running, the twirling, we're going to do it like we rehearsed. And he was like, don't change nothing. And so it's like, okay, here we go. And, splashing while I'm running and all white, hoping that I don't get wet, don't become see-through.
Yeah.
It's a whole nother kind of show, just so many things going. And my family's watching, like, sorry, Dad, but just all of that in real time, and I'm singing with Prince, like right here on the mic, doing a song that I sang a gazillion times on the cruise ship, and my cruise ship band leader was like, "You sang this song on the Big Red Boat, and now you singing this song with Prince at the Super Bowl. Like, what is happening?"
Which song was that?
Proud Mary.
Proud Mary. Okay.
Yeah, Proud Mary.
You killed that one.
And, yeah, thank you. And so, yeah, that whole week was crazy. And here's a fun fact. I never talked about this before.
Okay.
My sister was like, "You never told nobody this." Now, when we were getting fitted, y'all know, I'm a Southern woman. I'm thicker than a Snicker. That's what I say. So sometimes when the stylists show up, the clothes that they have are like size 2, 4, and that's not my natural size. When I got down that small back in the day, that was not my natural size. I'm like about a 10, but I'm still thick. So those clothes don't fit, all of the cornbread, And so I was like, man, these clothes are so fancy. Like one little top sort of fit, and I was trying to put on all black because the twins had black outfits. I didn't know what Prince was gonna be wearing, but I figured if I had black on, it would go with anything.
Yeah.
But none of the clothes fit, right? So I was like, boom, pow, what am I gonna do? And the Prince was like, yeah, I don't want you in black anyway. He saw the picture of what I tried on. He's like, I want you in all white. I was like, what? So in my mind, I'm like, he must be wearing white. It must be, he's going to wear white. And so he wants me to match him, or maybe he's going to do black and white. So these are, because I didn't know what he was going to wear. I knew Debbie was there doing his clothes, and whatever she put him in was going to be fly.
Mm-hmm.
So I walked from rehearsal to the hotel, and I was trying to find a spot, and I found a TJ Maxx down the street from the hotel. And I met Stuart Scott that day too, the sports guy.
Yeah.
And I stopped at the bar to have me a little drink. So I was like, I gotta find me some clothes. I talked to him for a little bit, and then I walked on down to the TJ Maxx, and I found the little white shirt that I had on, and those white shorts that I had on. Now the boots I brought with me because I had those with Larry Graham, and the hat I had. So everything else was from and the white what do you call, like the cape thing?
Yeah.
That I had from Vegas, but every other stitch of clothes I had on came from TJ Maxx. Shout out to TJ Maxx.
I love TJ Maxx.
I still love them.
Oh yeah.
Home Goods.
That's where you find the name brand stuff for less.
Hey, TJ Maxx saved the Super Bowl.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, I had heard stories that he actually wanted it to rain harder. Did anybody panic that night because of the weather?
He was so cool. I mean, nobody panicked because we had to be cool.
Okay.
It's like we got a job to do, and we've been under pressure before, but he was cool, so we were cool.
Yeah.
But honestly, my heart was beating because, of course, it's the Super Bowl. So I've got this, and the wind is blowing, and it was raining a lot harder than it looked. Because when I look at the video now, I'm like, it was raining a lot harder, and the wind was blowing a lot harder than it looks on the video. So I just remember being excited, nervous, scared, and full of like, I can't believe this is happening to me, and this is my life right now. All of that at the same time, all rolled up into one. And you better hit these notes and hit these marks where you're supposed to be on this stage, and don't forget your placement and where you need to be. So it was a lot, but I'm so grateful that we did that. That's forever. It's still rated the #1 Super Bowl of all time.
Yes.
And the only one that was ever in the rain in the history of halftime shows. The only one ever in the rain.
Definitely historical. I got a crazy Super Bowl story. I was so angry that night because a friend of mine invited me to a Super Bowl party, and I knew Prince was playing that night. And I was like, I'm not missing this. So we went to the Super Bowl party, and there was a lot of elderly people in there. And so halftime came along, and they turned down the volume on the halftime show and turned up a song called "Hole in the Wall" by Clarence Carter. I was so angry.
Clarence Carter.
Hole in the wall. I said, I did not come here for this. How dare you turn down Prince's volume and turn up Clarence Carter? Come on now.
Flag. Look, you needed a flag on the plane.
Flag on the play. I had to go back home and watch the reruns, man.
Oh man, that was
Oh,
a
man.
great night.
Oh yeah, it was very, very fun. Gosh, what's one of your favorite memories that fans have probably never heard? Oh, you just told that
Ooh.
story, right?
Yeah, there were so many. I mean, like even when I talk and I always remember stuff. Like it was because so much stuff was packed. It's like it's concentrated, and it's like your brain can only remember so much. And I
Yeah,
guess with some of the stuff, I would tuck it away because I needed that brain space for all them songs and all that music. But then I go back and I'll be looking at photos because I save everything, and I have photos of everything. I have some videos and stuff of us, and it'll bring something back to me
yeah.
that happened. And so I was looking at some pictures like the other day, and it's the first time Prince let me drive his car. And he had this little black, like it was like a little black Mercedes truck, um, like a little SUV.
Okay.
And he would let different people drive it, but he would leave the key at the front desk of the hotel, Country Inn and
Hmm.
Suites. Say like, oh, Sir Shelby for the girls to come and go or whatever. And so I wanted to like run around and do some stuff. And I asked him, I said, hey, yeah, I'm just gonna go, like one or two places or whatever. He's like, yeah, no problem, no problem. And honey, I just went all over the place.
Yeah.
Yep. And he's like, where are you and where's my whip? That's what he called it. He's like, where's my whip? And I'm over at the mall, at the, Mall of America,
Yeah.
at the Soarin' movie.
You're gonna be in Mall of America for a while, right?
Oh yeah. But just those kind of fun things like that when like, oh, I gotta get Prince's car back. Borrow his
Wow.
car. And then he hit me and be like, on your way back, stop by Byerly's and send me a list of stuff to pick up. It's like that real stuff, that off the stage stuff, those kind of things are
Yeah.
starting to come back to me a little bit more as I look at pictures and I look at stuff. I'm like, oh, what was this day? What did we do? Where were we? Stuff like that. So
Yeah.
we had a lot of adventures.
I love, love, love those off the stage stories that we don't get to
Man,
hear.
woo!
I could
There's so
imagine it.
much more.
Oh yeah, I could imagine those Paisley walls could talk, and
Yeah,
hotel walls.
everyone's like, Shelby, you got to do a book. You got to, and I have decided I'm definitely going to write a memoir of my life,
Okay.
but it'll be about my whole life. It won't just be, a Prince book. It'll be the Shelby book
Yeah.
about just all of the things, because it's a lot that I haven't talked about, from my Anthony years, from my D years, from my Groove Theory years,
Yeah.
from grinding in New York City, what that looked like for me, my Melba years, my Sylvia years,
Yeah.
my Connecticut years, so
Mm.
much that I want to write about and talk about. And a book is a good way to do that. That'll be, my legacy, when I'm gone on to be with the ancestors,
Yeah.
having a memoir of my life told by me. So
Yeah.
nobody else will be telling my story. It's like I'm gonna tell my own story and make sure that gets out there. So I'll keep you posted on that.
Yes, absolutely. That's going to be nice. Can't wait for that to
Yeah, I'm
happen.
excited about it. I've already started writing, and Elisa has been an inspiration to me because she's doing that right now. And
Okay.
I'm like, yeah, before you get too old, you can't remember stuff.
Yeah.
It's like you better write it down, girl.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
be like, because I'm already forgetting things. So
Oh
I'm like,
yeah.
you know what? No, I need to write this down. I need to catalog this, and yeah.
Was there ever pressure from people wanting you to stay the singer from Princess Band instead of Shelby J?
Um, I don't think. Wow. I guess sometimes with people that want to book you and
Mm,
they want you to come and they want you to sing Purple music, which is fine because I do the Purple Jam with Candy Dulfer. That's a yearly thing. I ain't gonna never stop doing that. That's a thing. I do this celebration, and I love getting together with like St. Paul and doing stuff like that. But I also want those same bookers and people and club owners to call for Shelby and Shelby's music and Shelby's band.
Yes.
Because that's what Prince wanted. He was like, don't be up there, singing all my music. Like, you do your own music, and that's what I am definitely, branching more into now. Still
Yeah.
doing all those things that I want to do, but letting people know like there's something else. Like Wendy and Lisa,
Yes.
there's something else. There's my music, and it's a lot of it was written before I got with Prince, like the Roy Hargrove stuff that I did.
Yeah.
That people are just now putting that together.
Mhm.
I had some people at my show. They were like, "Wait a minute, you're the Shelby from How I Know Love on the RH Shelby Johnson RH."
Mhm.
I'm like, "Yeah, that was my first published work as a writer,
Yeah.
like 2003. That's 3
Mhm.
years before Prince." So letting people know, hey, there's a lot of layers to this girl, and Prince wanted everybody to see all the layers, and
Yeah.
so I'm going to make sure that I'm keeping it there, not going too far this way, but
Yeah.
keeping it, keep finding that good balance.
Speaking of Shelby's music, let's talk about Shelby's music for a second. We can. Let's talk about "See You Again." Tell us
Oh,
about
I'm
that.
so excited.
Yeah. So when this song first began, how did this happen?
Wow, this song began with me journaling, um, thinking about my life on the road. I'm a road dog, I I am most comfortable on the road, tour buses and so reflecting on that with my D'Angelo years, reflecting on that with my Prince years, um, being on planes, going here, hotels, parties, everything, and talking about it with Trip, my producer and my MD, my bass player, one of my dearest friends, 30 years plus. We've been tight, and so he was a bigger Prince fan than me, like all over his studio, long before I got with Prince, way before I left Greensboro. And so it's just when I got with Prince, he was one of the first ones like, oh my God, this is crazy. But getting together with him and writing it out and coming up with the ideas of an initial song pre D'Angelo passing.
Hmm.
Okay, so uh, you know it became a song about both of them,
Hmm.
because the general concept was, I see you again. Yes, I have, we got the melody, we got this, and songs grow. That's why I tell people they don't, it's not milk, there's no expiration date. You can have a song that you start, you have like one line, you don't even know the name of the song. You
Yeah.
just have two lines, and then you got to do some more living, and some more stuff's got to happen in your life. 8 months later, now you can finish writing that song because
Yeah.
you went through ga 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 ga. And so that's kind of how this song happened. And with Dee's passing, that's when we really went in and we just got together. I went to North Carolina. I needed to be home with Trip in that studio. Um, and I was home maybe like 7 to 10 days. A lot of people didn't even know I was there because I just wanted to focus on getting the song recorded,
Right.
and not too much visiting and going places. So I had to kind of creep in, but I just wake up and work out, go to Trips, sing, 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 go back. I was at my sister Kino's, go to sleep, that go back to finish the singing. And so the song came about, and it was just, I cried, when I was singing certain parts of it. Because these guys are musical icons, but they're my brothers.
Yeah.
So it's like when I think about them, it's like missing a brother, and I love them and I miss them, and I wish I could do nothing more than to go hang out with
Yeah.
P tonight and go watch a movie, or go sit next to D on the roads while he plays, and do some shots, whatever, like however we would hang, like I miss those moments, and I'll never be able to have them again
Yeah.
on this earthly plane. So see you again is deep, and I hope people can really feel I put their song titles in the bridge.
Mhm.
When I talk about the snow in April and Great Day in the Morning and Brown Sugar and Devil's Pie.
Mhm.
So it's a very thoughtful song, and I'm just grateful that Trip and I we just have a thing, man. We
Yeah.
just have a synergy, and I'm so proud of this song. I'm so proud of it.
Well, let's take a quick look at a clip of the live version of this, and we'll come right back.
Ooh, okay.
We used to tour till the moonlight, from hotels to clubs way past midnight, living the dream of a lifetime, till life took a turn like the surge on the ocean. Many roads, many excursions, now I still hear your voice in my dreams at night. Now saying goodbye feels like forever, but down the road we'll be together. I sing all my songs in your memory, telling our stories like it's history, covering my tears through these trying times, finding my soul though it's hard to find. I'll carry your songs and I'll hold them to the wind, just biding my time till I see you again, checking on our family cause it's not the end, just biding my time till I see you again. Your music will live forever in my mind. Many rehearsals working on the ground, sound checks, appearances on the North Sea, jazz festivals, quite clarity. No one sees a great musician.
Oh wow.
Yes,
Yeah, that was the
man.
Purple Jam. That was the very first public performance of that song.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
at the Purple Jam.
Yeah, you mentioned Prince and D'Angelo as your bookends. Did writing this song help you heal?
It did. It was very cathartic. It was very, very cathartic. Yeah. It just made me smile a lot. And when I listen to it, I smile. I cry sometimes too, but
Yeah.
I smile a lot more when I listen to it now. And I just love everything about it, you know. And I just love how people are letting me know how it makes them feel. And they're hearing all the different parts of the harmonies and just everything that you do when you build this song, when we're just putting it all together. And then, like I say, you get in the kitchen and you cooking up the soup, and then
Hmm.
it gets to a place where like you serve it and you're like, oh, I hope they like the taste. I hope it's good, because I love it. And
Yeah.
so it's so nice getting the positive feedback and the reviews from people, and now it's just really growing because this is the weekend for worldwide distribution.
Okay.
Started yesterday. So initially I did it on my website. That's how I'm going to do all of my releases. The very first month will be for my core folks. You get it exclusive first on my site
Hmm.
before I release it to Spotify, Apple, everywhere like that. So, and then I'll be able to get your email and send you perks. For example, there are 20 people that are next week going to be getting an autographed cover art of See You Again
Yeah.
with the lyrics
Nice.
autograph. And how did I get their emails? Because they came to my website and they bought the single there. And I
Nice.
have their email. So I picked 20, and I'm going to be announcing it next week as well and shipping those out to those 20 people. So thank you for your patience, guys. I've been country hopping, but I really appreciate the love and support, because I can't do this without y'all's love and support. And so, I'm proud of the music that we do, and I'm grateful that people are responding the way they are.
Yeah. What do you hope listeners feel after they hear this song?
I hope they feel the amount of love and respect that I have for these men. And then I hope from their own standpoint, we all have people that we lost that we want to see again, and to know that goodbye is not forever. And just to remember that, it feels like it, but goodbye is not forever. And if you focus on the memories and the good times, it'll help you smile a little bit. You might cry too a little bit, but just focusing on those things that make you laugh. And another thing, just so you know, those that follow me, now this performance, we had just lost our cat Lynx the day before this.
Mm.
So this was a hard, and I love Lynx. And I was in Utrecht rehearsing with Candy when I got the call, in the Netherlands, and the show was the next night.
Mm.
And so I didn't get a lot of sleep the night before, and I knew I had to do the world premiere performance of my new song. And my voice cracked during the bridge because I started to cry because I started to think about Lynx.
Yeah.
Because yeah, I'm a cat girl. So yeah, so that was all happening during that performance right there. But I got through, and I got a lot of love from people during the show, and especially after the show. I got a lot of hugs and everything. Yeah.
Nice. So is this a sign of more things to come? Or we having new
Oh
music?
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm rocking. I feel very inspired, and Prince said, write and do music where it's not like a job. It's like I am so inspired by the world that we're living in, by knowing that I've got to be just as on top of spreading love and light as some of these other people are spreading darkness.
Yeah.
So that inspires me. It's like every day. I'm not taking no days off. It's like, no, we can't. These are real times. And so I want to uplift them. People, when I meet them, they're like, Shelby, what kind of music do you do? And I'm like, I feel that I do music that uplifts, that motivates, and that inspires. And some of it's slow, some of it's fast, some of it's funky, but you're gonna feel something. I want you to feel something when you hear my music. I don't want it just to be a catchy beat.
Yeah.
And I ain't saying nothing. I'm just
Right.
rhyming words that don't mean I ain't talking about nothing.
Right.
What are you talking about? What are you doing?
Yeah.
So for me, and if an artist, if that's your lane, boom, pal, you got it. But for me, and with the gifts that God has given me from this point on, the rest of my life, until I see Prince, Mama, and Daddy again, I'm gonna make sure that I can stand 10 toes down in everything I put my name on,
Yeah.
musically and otherwise. And I have so much more to say. And I'm just excited to be able to do it. Like I wake up writing, I'm going to sleep writing. I got a new song. We've already shot the video for the next single. We shot it in the Netherlands. It's called Sweat. So
Okay.
I'll be announcing when that's going to be coming. And the thing is, because it's me and my music, and there's nobody telling me you've got to do it by this date, you've got to do that. There's no pressure. It's freedom. Prince talked
Yeah.
about that freedom. And when you're a free artist, like I can decide how I want to get my music to my supporters. I can decide when I want to put it out. And then if I announce a date and I'm like, it ain't time yet, I can decide I'm going to do it 2 months from now. And I can let everybody know, hey, Soup still got to cook some more. Come back in 2 months, I'll be ready. And I love that, the freedom and the control of being able to do that with my music. And I'm so amped about Sweat, which is the next one coming. Pino Palladino is on that. Calvin Rogers, Phil Lassiter produced it, did the horn arrangements on it. Mixed by Russ Elevato, who did all the D'Angelo stuff, and so many other great artists, Grammy Award winning cats. And I'm grateful that they rock with me, because most of these guys, we've been rocking with each other for a minute. And Calvin is new to me, but he's Phil's guy. So it's like we're putting our worlds together and creating this music. And Sweat, when Pino heard Sweat, he was like, ooh, this the one, Shelby. He's like, this the one. I was like, this the one? He said, all it takes is one. I like, you got that right. So I'm excited for people to hear that. And we already shot the video for it in the Netherlands, and I'm excited for people to see that too. It's going to be really, really colorful and unique.
Nice. Can't wait. You heard it here first, folks. More stuff coming.
Yes.
So you'll soon be in Copenhagen for this is a tongue twister, Epicurious residency. What
Yep,
contains it?
It's Epicurus,
Okay.
and I will be there September. My residency starts September 16th through October 10th, and the first week is a really special time. It's going to be a gala event. Two of Prince's chefs are coming. Um, I don't want to get the names wrong. My goodness, help me, help me, help me. I don't want to get it wrong. What's the name of the Planet? I'm trying to think of the name of their organic uh food restaurant that they have in
Okay.
Minneapolis. They have one in Edina as well. Jewel, um, husband and wife, they're coming. Somebody, if you know the name of that, it's like Planet Organic, whatever the name of the
Mhm.
restaurant.
Mhm.
People's Organic. Thank you. I was close. I was close. People's Organic, and they're coming to cook with the chef that's there, Xavier Faye, who's amazing. They're gonna put some stuff together and cook some of Prince's favorite dishes. I'm gonna be putting together an amazing show. So you're gonna get the food, you're gonna get the music. I've got a link in my link tree. They've even got special hotel rates because they know a lot of the purple people come from different places.
Yeah.
So they really set it up great to where they've got it linked to where it's a package. So you
Ni-
get the whole thing in one. So I'm going to definitely be sharing that link a lot more so people can lock that in and come over for that because it's going to be amazing.
Nice. 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 So,
Yes.
how is performing overseas different from performing in America?
I think they listen more. And a lot of times people would think they're not feeling you because maybe they're sitting, but they're really taking in the music. It's less phones up. There's nobody that has their phone up like the whole time. And in American audiences, you see that everywhere you go. That's been my experience.
Yeah.
It might not be everywhere, but that's been my experience. So they just have a lot more. Uh, what's the best way for me to say it? Like appreciation for
Hmm.
what I do, because I'm a flat-footed singer, and they go with me. They just flow with me. They're not coming there to be like, oh, we're coming to watch Shelby hit play and it's gonna be tracks playing and
Yeah.
she's gonna be maybe singing, maybe not, maybe whatever. It's like they're coming uh to experience my artistry, like they're like back in the day at the Carlisle,
Yeah.
my stories, my singing, my this, my that, what's gonna happen tonight, because every show is different.
Yeah.
So when they come there, they're getting the Shelby show. And I think that they appreciate that a
Yeah.
little bit to in my experience, a little bit more. They keep having me back, and people are like, oh, come here, come there. It's like I go where they send for me. And so if you know some club owners here to say, hey, get that Shelby girl, my booking info is everywhere.
Nice.
So they call, I go where I'm called. And I really appreciate how much they just get into the music. I can try new songs.
Yeah.
They stay in the moment. They're right there with me.
Yeah.
They're not talking while I'm while I'm singing, on their phone. Like, I'm
Yeah.
having a quiet moment and it's like somebody's
Mhm.
on TikTok. It's like,
Right.
really? You could have done that at the house. What you doing? But
Exactly.
but I love, all the audiences, and I'm looking forward to doing more shows really everywhere in the States, Canada, Australia,
Yeah.
Hawaii. I've never been to Hawaii, if you can believe that. Of all the places I've been, I've never been to Hawaii. And they've got a blue note there, and I want to play there. So I'm putting that out into the universe. This is my season of manifesting. Everything and anything I want to do. This is my season of manifesting. So that's what I'm doing.
Nice. That's what it's all about. Can we talk
What it's
about
all
your
about.
crocheting for a minute?
Yeah. Oh, wait, look. You don't say.
Ah,
I'll be crocheting when I get off of this. That's what I'll be crocheting and watching House of Dragons because I'm 3 episodes behind. So I got to catch up. But yes,
yeah.
I do have my own crochet business, Crochet by Shelby J. And it's boutique, it's small, one-on-one. I do with the people when they email me. They're like, I'm really talking to Shelby. I'm like, yeah.
Right.
Um, So yeah, I am taking orders now for Christmas delivery because these two hands do all of the blankets. I made Prince a blanket. It's still in the small kitchen at Paisley Park because what gift do you give a man that can buy
Mm.
anything? Anything. I'm like, I'm gonna make him something. I'm gonna make
Yeah.
him one of my blankets. And so that was my gift to him, and he loved that blanket. And so during COVID, when all the gigs went away, and I was actually taking care of my mother at the time. People didn't know that because she hadn't revealed that she was ill
Mhm.
yet. But while I was caring for her all day, I would be crocheting, and I looked over and I had like 7 blankets done, and I was like, "What am I gonna do with these?" And they're like, "You ought to sell those." And so then it became a business because before then it would just be for Hannah's having a baby. Let me make a baby blanket. Such
Yeah.
and such is having a baby. Let me make. And for Hannah, I had to buy out Joanne's. Okay. And she got another one coming, another blanket coming. But yeah, it became a business. And so if you like a Crochet by Shelby J blanket, you can go to my link tree. It's crochet by Shelby J at gmail.com. We can put, matter of fact, look, I'll type it in the thing. How about that? I'll
Okay.
be real professional.
Okay.
Crochet, let's see, by Shelby J at gmail.com. And when you email me, we talk about the colors you want, or, it didn't go through. It says this comment has what? I don't know. It says something. I don't know about the comment. I don't know if it posted, but just come on over to my site, y'all. It's there. It's in my link tree. And I can hook you up with a one of a kind handmade blanket. And I use my grandmother's. This is my grandma Cat's needle, and she left this for me.
Oh wow.
And yeah, and I use that for all the blankets. So yeah, and I love it. I really, really love it. So come on over. We can discuss colors and sizes and prices, and I work with everybody, their payment plans and everything. I don't be tripping. So
Anybody in the chat that caught that web address, put that up for her because
yeah, because I can't. It won't let me. I don't know why. Tanya can put it up. Tanya, you type it up. Crochet by Shelby J at gmail.com.
That's good.
I love it. But thank you for letting me shout out my business. Thank you
Yeah, absolutely.
so
Let's
much.
shout out another one. Can you tell us about Shell Beads Boutique?
Oh wow, yep, shell beads. They're all these are in my link tree. Thank you, Tanya. It's in my link tree, and actually, my shell beads, I had to put my shop on vacation mode because I make all of these bracelets, myself, by hand, and
Right.
it's tedious and timely. And I've been so busy and blessed singing, and and everything because a lot of these things came about when I had more time. So I was like, well, I've got this gap between my gigs, and let me start making more breaks. Let me build my business up. And so I would use that time to do that. But then when the singing came through, I'm like, well, I just got to put this on pause. And they're like, oh, you ought to hire other people. I'm like, that's not why I do this. I don't do this to order pre-made bracelets and sell them like I made them. It's like
Yeah.
that's not what I do. I like creating. I'm a creative person. That's why I paint. Um, and I like to sit there with all the beads and put colors together. It's just something I really love to do. So I say all that to say people in the Purple Jam are going, when are we gonna have more shell beads? I'm taking my collection over to Denmark when I go, my little bead kit. So I'm actually going to be making some bracelets while I'm there because I work 4 days a week and then I'm off on 2 days
Hmm.
and on 3 days. So I do that and then I can make bracelets and everything like that. Hold on one second. I think, can you hold this 1 second? I have an emergency downstairs. One moment, okay?
Okay. Sure.
One moment.
All right. See you soon.
One sec. I think I heard the alarm.
Uh-oh. Joys of being live. Love it. Gotta love
Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Okay, I'm back. I'm back.
it. Everything good?
Yeah, everything is good. Everything is good.
Okay. Cool.
Everything is good. Okay, 1 second. Real time, real time.
Real time.
I'm back. I'm back. Honey, don't put on water to boil and then go do a podcast.
Oh no. Oh.
Woo, 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 woo. Everything's good. Everything's good.
Okay,
Oh
cool.
my
Yeah. Mine is a terrible thing to waste, man.
Next thing you know, the fire trucks are pulling up.
And we got a show for real.
We got a show for real. Oh, that was funny. Oh my God, that was so funny. Thank you guys for rocking with me. Thank you guys for rocking. Because I didn't know we're still on here. It's like almost 7 o'clock. So I was like, oh, I'm going to be on here about, 45 minutes. I'll just put it on low, when all the water's gone.
Yeah.
And then that starts to cook the pot.
Oh my
Ooh,
God.
Lord. Whew. Somebody said, don't scare me like that. Marcel's like, where's she going? Marcel, I'll text you when this is over.
Oh, it's scary but hilarious.
Oh my goodness. That was fun. Hey, that. You never know what you're going to get.
You never know what you're going to get. Life is like a box of chocolates.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, we're almost at the end. I really appreciate spending this extra time with us. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, no doubt. I'm having a good time.
Yeah. Gosh, where am I? You work with autism organizations, United Way, anti-poverty initiatives. Why is giving back so important to you?
Because to whom much has been given.
Yeah.
I've been given a lot. I had a lot of people help me out throughout my life, and I remember everything. So to whom much has been given, and it's important to help people. That's what we have to do. It's like if I can do something using my platform to help raise more awareness, like last night for Dr. Funkenberry, or when I do the things with the Autism Society, if I've got whatever 23,000 whatever followers, then if I can get 200 of them to go, hey, I want to help out. And a lot of times when I do stuff like that, then I find out, oh, this person that I met at this concert has an autistic daughter. And then she meets another person. It's like, oh, what did you do? And I can even hook them up with resources and things that can help them. So I just really like helping people. I like hugging people and I like helping people. And so I'm grateful that that's what I get to do. And with my voice, and then also going, a lot of these people when they hire me for stuff to come and they say, hey, can you donate your time? I'm like, yeah, but can I sing? So then I'm like, you need me to host? I can host and stuff like that because I'm a people person. And so my mama said I never met a stranger. Even as a baby, I'd run up and want to hug on people. I was just one of those happy babies.
Yeah.
And she's like, somebody's gonna take Shelby. She just running up and just hugging on folks. And so, so I love to help. And if I see something I can do, and sometimes I want to do stuff I can't do.
Yeah.
Like I was telling Dr. Funkenberry, I was like, man, I wish if I could just hit the Powerball.
Yeah.
And so, but I can do something. It's like I might not be able to do as much as my heart wants to do, but it's like, what can I do? What can I do to help? How can I help?
Exactly. Yeah, I was telling a story on one of my recent podcasts how, I would go up to homeless people and actually ask for their stories. They would, of course, ask for money and stuff. And then I was like, oh, tell me your story, because they need somebody to listen to their story. So,
yeah. And not do it just like when you got a camera up there doing it for that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, right. Like, because that's a whole nother thing. Like, help people for the sake, like Prince do that. Help people for the sake of helping them. Not like, I want to show everybody that I'm helping people and look how I'm helping people. It's like, no, just do it. And if you want to talk about it to bring more people in so they can help, then that's one thing. But if you just trying to, there's a difference.
Do it when nobody's right.
Yeah, there's a difference, and I think that discernment, I think people can tell, like people's hearts, Yeah.
All right, let's switch gears for just a second. As a breast cancer survivor, how has that experience changed your perspective on life?
Wow. It's made me grateful for every day. When you stare death in the face and when you hear words like cancer and chemo and radiation and surgery and um yeah, it's very scary.
Yeah.
And so getting going through that and now being on the other side of it, it's been my first cancer diagnosis was 2012. That was with appendix. The breast came in 2018, so it's been 8 years since the breast cancer. Thank God. Um, every single day that I'm here, because there are people that went through treatment with me that aren't here anymore. So every single day that I have, that I can wake up, that I can get out of bed on my own, that I can walk, that I can talk, that I can see. It's like, yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm smiling because I remember, mornings where I couldn't really get up out of bed. I remember that. And so, yeah, it definitely made me. I was always a thankful person, but that took it to another level of just gratitude for feeling good. Like that's it. Nothing else.
Right.
Like I feel good today. I feel like I'm smiling because I feel good.
Yes.
Yeah, and just it lit a fire under me to know that at any moment also um something can happen that can shorten your trip
Yeah.
that you don't see coming. You think you got 85 years, you might not.
Right.
So don't act like you do. So go out and do it. Go take that trip, write
Yes.
that book, call that girl back, like do those things. Like you don't want to have, regrets. It's like you don't have
Right.
all the time that you think you have. You just
Exactly.
don't. So just make the most of every day and don't sweat the small stuff too much because it passes.
Yes. Yes. This too shall pass. Yeah. This really resonates with me. And, you know,
Yeah.
live life like it's your last day on earth, you know?
Yeah. And all storms run out of rain. That's one of my favorites from my people, either grandma or mama. All storms. I don't care how bad it is. All storms run out of rain. There's never been one on the history of ever that's
Right.
still going. So,
Right.
just gotta hold on. Just gotta hold on.
Right. All right. We're at the fun part of the interview. I'm just going to ask you some fun questions, not
Okay.
necessarily about music. Some of them may be about music, but let's say Prince gives you the aux chord. What Prince song are you playing first?
He gives me the what chord?
Auxiliary chord.
Oh, ooh, because I would DJ. What song am I playing first? Um, Wobble, because I
Wobble.
taught him how to wobble. Ah, yeah, I did.
Are you a fan of the Southern Soul?
Yeah, all of that.
Boots on the
Hmm.
ground, all that?
All that. All of that. Yes, sir.
From the country,
Marcel, I know
yeah.
you in here. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do that. And then I'm gonna play. Can I? It's just gotta be one, or can I do like a trifecta? Can I do
Oh, yeah.
three?
Do it your way.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna do. Okay. I'm gonna do. Oh, let me see. I'm gonna do that. Y'all do the Cupid. No, I don't want to do too much. Okay. Wobble, and then we're gonna take it back. We're gonna do some Womack and Womack.
Okay.
Yeah, baby, I'm scared of you. Hey, we're gonna do that. Then I'm gonna hit them with oh, oh. Then I'm gonna hit them with What a Fool Believes, but the Aretha version.
Oh,
Ooh, the Aretha version.
wow.
There you go.
Nice. All right. Let's see. Favorite city you've ever performed in?
Ooh, favorite city. Um, oh my goodness. Oh wow. There's so many, but oh man, Abu Dhabi. Dubai.
Ah,
That was something, performing there in that big Ferrari dome thing.
mhm.
That was amazing. Hanging out with my girl Nicole Scherzinger. Um, she was there at the time for the Formula One. I think it was just Lewis Hamilton was racing too. But yeah, that whole being there, that was a whole memory. I'd never been to Formula One, got to go, and we performed, and we were there for like 10 days.
Wow.
I got to dip my feet in the Persian Gulf, and it was
Wow.
just amazing. So I remember that. And I love, so there's so many cities where we had amazing concerts. I mean, we got London, the O2, we got the Forum in LA. So it's just so many. But just when I think about Abu Dhabi and when I
Mm.
think about Dubai, that was just somewhere I never thought I'd be in a million years. Just to go there, and looking at it on the map and going, I went there.
Yeah,
I was there. So that was one of those things like, whoa. So yeah.
very nice. Got me jealous. Got to get to Dubai for sure. I've always wanted to go there. Um, Favorite food after a concert?
Favorite food after a concert. Oh my gosh.
I'm on
Red
Southern.
wine.
That's fruit.
Candy, no egg. That's grape juice.
Liquid fruit. Yeah.
No, I think some really crispy, and my trainer's gonna be like, "What?" Some really crispy French fries with some ketchup and hot sauce on the side, maybe some sriracha. Just yeah, because you coming off stage and you just you sweat, you give all that energy, and there's nothing like having some like crispy French fries.
Yeah.
Just
Everybody
gotta
loves
have hot sauce though. Yeah.
hot sauce.
Yes.
Texas Pete, right? Texas
No,
Pete.
Tabasco and
Was it that?
sriracha.
Okay.
hmm
I went Southern
And
on the Texas
Crystal,
Pete.
if Crystal, if we are my aunties.
Some people from the South call Texas Pete cousin Pete.
Cousin P, okay.
All right. I saw you with your tea earlier. So coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Coffee. Okay.
Yeah, because I mean I drink tea so much,
Yeah.
throat coat tea for my throat, but there's nothing. I am a coffee girl. I'm a coffee snob a little bit too. I like just a little bit. But good. There's nothing like a good cup of coffee in the morning, like that first cup. And I love Pete's. Pete's has become like my
Okay.
go-to, like the Major Dickinson. Love that because I like a nice bold, strong cup of coffee with a little oat milk creamer and a little stevia and a
Yeah.
little honey. Sometimes I put a little honey in my coffee because my grandma did.
Okay. Nice. Yeah, I was addicted to Starbucks there for a while. So bad that when I went in, they already knew my name. They didn't have to ask.
Wow.
It was bad.
Oh my goodness. That's
And
pricey too. It could be a little pricey.
yeah, that's what stopped me. I was like, okay, at the end of the week, I've spent like $50.
Yeah, you go back to that Maxwell house, scoop it out, stir it up.
So I probably know the answer to this, but studio or stage for you?
Stage.
Stage. I knew it. One artist you've never worked with but would love to.
Ooh. Wow. Wow.
Past or present? I'll throw that in there.
Oh wow. Well, past Curtis Mayfield.
Okay.
Um, um, I love to work with Bruno Mars.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd love to write with him and to
Mhm.
harmonize with him. I'd love that. I just have so much respect for him as a performer
Yeah.
because he started young. He started as a little baby.
Oh yeah.
He's been doing this a long time. A lot of people don't know.
Right.
He's got his stripes, as we say.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd love to work with him. I'd love to sing a song with Mavis Staples. Um, I would love to write something real soulful and gospely and do it with her. That would be a dream. Putting that out there, universe. Yeah, putting it out there. Yeah, and I'd also love to do some stuff with Morris Day and the Time. I
Okay.
would really like to do some stuff with them, like just come on as
Yeah.
uh, kind of like what I do with Candy as a feature, but do it with them.
Yeah.
Because I've become really good friends with Freeze
Yeah.
from the band, and of course I know Morris, much respect, and Tori, and just
Sure.
of course, and Jelly Bean, God rest his soul. My brother, he's like, yeah, we got to get you to do some stuff with us. We got to get you to do some stuff with us. And he would say it, and I'm like, yeah, just call me, call me.
Yeah.
So I would love to do something like that, and kind of vibe off Morris's energy because I love his energy.
That would be cool. Shout out to the estate. Maybe we can make that happen for next celebration or something.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Would be cool. So if Prince walked through your door right now, what's the first thing you tell him?
Where you been? Oh, what's the first? Oh man, I hug him. I jump up and hug him. Wouldn't be no words. I'd be too busy hugging him. Squeeze him till he pop.
Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah, man, that's it. I'd just be a whole lot of hugging.
Man. Miss Shelby, you've overcome obstacles, inspired people, survived breast cancer, shared stages with legends, continue creating beautiful music. What message would you like to leave with everyone watching tonight?
Wow. Don't give up on your dreams. Um, Work hard for what you say you want. Know that you got to put in the work, you know, but just believe in yourself and find something that you love to do and do that. Whatever, everybody might not even have to understand it, but just stay true to yourself, and yeah, and be kind. Be kind to people on a daily basis. There you go.
That's a powerful message. What a great way to end. So before we wrap up, I just want to say thank you once again, Miss Shelby. This is a long overdue. I'm trying to get you on for years.
Oh man, thank you for inviting me, for having me, and shout out to all our purple community and everything. And I'll keep you posted with all things, I promise.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing your stories, your wisdom, your memories, and most importantly, your heart. You definitely have a big heart. We can all see that. Love your spirit today. We've talked about your incredible journey from your beginnings in Greensboro to performing on some of the world's biggest stages, your unforgettable years with Prince and D'Angelo, and the exciting new chapter you're writing with your music and creative projects. One thing that's been clear throughout this whole conversation is that your career isn't defined by the legends you work with. It's defined by the light, the love, authenticity, and passion that you bring everywhere you go. It's easy to understand why so many people admire you, not only your talent, but also the person you are. And I hope I've made a new friend tonight.
Oh, you have, and thank you so much. Oh my God, you touched my heart. Thank you for having me, and I'm just excited about everything coming down the pike. It's gonna be a fun August, and September's gonna be off the chain.
Mhm.
So, thank you for having me, and thank you to everybody that came through tonight.
Absolutely. And for those of you who don't know, where can everybody find you on all your socials as well as where to grab your new single?
They can find me at the real Shelby J. That is Instagram and Facebook. And on Instagram, all of my Linktree stuff is at the top. And so when you click the Linktree, everything is there. From my band Zoogle website, where you can purchase the song "See You Again" directly from me. We've also just added it to all digital streaming outlets, so you can get it on your favorite Spotify, Apple, Pandora, however you stream music. You can also purchase it at iTunes as well. And I thank you in advance for that love. Thank you. But yeah, that's what's up. So, and I'm on my social all the time, keeping people, abreast of what's happening and everything like that. So yeah, just holler at your girl.
Awesome. Awesome. And to everyone watching, thank you so much for being a part of another unforgettable episode of the Freakapotamus Podcast. If you enjoyed today's conversation, please like, subscribe, follow, and share this interview with the music lovers in your life. It really helps us continue bringing you conversations with the artists who have shaped the soundtrack of our lives. So Shelby, thank you again. I'm going to
Yes.
drop you out, but I really appreciate you coming on, and much success to you in the future. And we're looking forward to everything you got coming down the pipe.
Thank you so much. God bless. Bye, everybody.
You're right. Have a good night, Shell. All right. So everyone, if you get a chance, head over to all my socials. I hope you enjoyed this show tonight. And you can hit me up on YouTube, my YouTube channel there. I'm also over on Instagram. I'm also over on Facebook. I have 2 Facebook groups, and I'm also on TikTok and over on Twitch. And if you don't mind going to support the Patreon, that's patreon.com/the Freakapotamus Podcast. And on all those platforms, you can find me under the handle Freakapotamus Podcast, at the Freakapotamus Podcast. So again, as I always say, y'all, live, love, and dream, and we will see you on the next episode. Peace, y'all.